Welcome to the Bold Show. Now, if you remember yesterday, there was a report that Deputy President William Ruto had withdrew from the presidential debate that is supposed to be held in July. The same day, there was a gubernatorial debate in Narok that was pitting Ole Kenta versus Patrick Ntutu. Ole Kenta is the Narok governor candidate through ODM and is the current Narok North MP. Then Patrick Ntutu was a CAS in the government, but he resigned, and I think he was in charge of East African, not East African, I don't want to guess, but he was in government. Then he's vying the governor candidate, he's the governor candidate there for UDA. The reports that I received this evening is that Patrick Ntutu withdrew from that race late in the evening. The gubernatorial debate was held in Masai Mara University Social Hall, and that is my university. According to, and I was talking to some of the students who were there and some of the few people in Masai Mara University, that the KBC crew, when the KBC crew arrived there, they were expecting Patrick Ntutu, and even the setup at the university main hall was the reserved seat for they reserved a seat for Patrick Ntutu until even there were university students. Remember, the Masai Mara University is sitting in Narok North. That is the area for Patrick for the Ole Kenta, and the university students there were expecting, there was also mobilization because there are some who are there coming from the other side of Kilgoris, because Patrick Ntutu comes on that side, from that side, who are supporting Patrick Ntutu. However, to their disappointment, he did not attend that. Now, I want you to watch this clip here. This is just a snippet of that interview, of that gubernatorial debate. And now Ole Kenta had to take the show on. Just let's have a listen a bit. Then when we come back, we are going to delve more into the analysis.
Stops with the governor, just the way the back stops with the president. And let me tell you something. I've seen people can work. It just depends on who is heading a department, who is heading a ministry, who is heading a county government, who is heading a country. I can assure you, and my people are aware of that. If I decide to do something, it shall be done. Because at the end of the day, why will you be given that office if you are not able to deliver? So I can assure you that it shall be done.
Now, that was Ole Kenta speaking during that debate. I am trying to believe, and this is a question that has emerged. If Deputy President, who is the presidential candidate in UDA, is abstaining, or rather is boycotting the presidential debate, do you expect the governors and the candidates in UDA also to boycott the debate at the county or the constituency level? Of course, there is no debate for the MP, but senator, the women, and senator and governor, there, and I think senator and governor, there's going to be a debates. So do you also expect this to happen to them? The answer is yes, because the boycott, according to me, when they mentioned that it was all because of the media, biased media coverage, and they were pointing a finger to Citizen and Nation newspaper, that there was that bit of unfair treatment or unfair coverage of their rallies and personification and maybe characterization of the Kenya Kwanza personalities. I have a feeling that was a cover-up, because even to date, media is still covering them. The only thing is, I want to agree that of course there is a bit of an imbalance. I want to break it down to three main reasons why Deputy President is technically bolting out of the gubernatorial or of these debates. Because he knew very well that him withdrawing from the debates at the top was going to have an impact, and even the rest. Like for example in Nakuru, there is supposed to be a debate between Susan Kihika and Kinyanjui, and Lee Kinyanjui. In Mombasa, there is supposed to be one for Hassan Omar and Nasir. The same to the other areas. that even in Muranga, Irungu Kangata and Jamle Kamau, but strategically he was calling the shots from the top so that he can muzzle those debates. 3 reasons. But kindly, before you do that, subscribe to our channel. 1, Deputy President understands well that the media are going to focus on the bottom-up economic model, and the leaders that are within UDA do not understand that model. They don't understand because William Ruto's political, let me say his political packaging, his messaging is around, or let me say objective messaging is around that model, and leaders cannot explain it. So he's trying to avoid the tragedies like those of
and what is trickle down and what is bottom up in simplified terms?
By working from the bottom down.
Top down?
Yeah, from up to from top to bottom.
Look at that. Huh?
Don't be.
Alice Wahome could not explain that bottom up. And I can, if that is Alice Wahome, that is someone who has spent 4 years with William Ruto, a governor who just joined the race the other day and just overheard about bottom-up economic model in the rallies, cannot explain. Now, what he knows is when a candidate, a UDA candidate will mess somewhere, the county, the grassroots level, the media is going to carry that. And at this moment, everything, every slip of the tongue, everything you get wrong, your opponent will always capitalize on. Because of that, he's trying to withdraw. Number 2, the media are struggling with, the media will struggle to ask the question of corruption. The corruption question, if you remember, even gave President Uhuru Kenyatta very difficult time in 2017 during the presidential debates. When Raila and when he was facing off with the Raila, Martha Karua, and I think also, not Martha Karua, Raila, the Abdul Badida and the team, Jubilee government could not defend themselves on the issues of corruption. Now, on William Ruto's campaign trail, a question that remains opaque is on how Kenya Kwanza government is going to address the issue of corruption. Now, the corruption on Raila, he has mentioned that he knows all the loopholes, and of course, people expect that in that campaign, in the presidential debate, might be asked what are those loopholes and what are they going to do. Now, that is a question that William Ruto and the Kenya Kwanza team do not want to come to the level, and that is why they don't want to be part of it. Like in Narok, Tunai, who is the incumbent governor, is facing a lot of problems because people think there is a perception that he's been working with deputy president, and that is why service delivery in the county has not been so much successful. Number 3, the deputy president is abstaining from the presidential debates so that he do not want to carry the failures of Jubilee government. Let me say this, the position, this perception that deputy president is not in government, it is only in the public courts. It is a public opinion. But when media remains ethics, when they make sure they remain within their ethical standard, even when they are coming up with the framework on how the presidential debate is going to be taken, are they going to address Raila Odinga as a presidential candidate, or they're also going to look at what he has done in the AU and the past government? Of course, Raila will be treated to what has he done when he was a prime minister, all through his politics, or even the handshake government, not handshake government, when he was working with President Uhuru Kenyatta in this second term. Deputy President William Ruto will carry the 10 years baggage of Jubilee government. And because of that, he doesn't want to appear anywhere. He will be put to public scrutiny. He doesn't want the question of audit. These are things that are coming to play now. And again, and of course, we will try to revisit more on this presidential debate. There is something that happens, is about resources, how resources are going to be made. When he's on campaign trail saying the way he's going to empower the youth and it's going to give the money and give the billions, where is that money? So at the county level, people are struggling to explain. Ladies and gentlemen, in my bold, those are my 3 reasons why Deputy President and the Kenya Kwanza team wants to boycott all these debates because of media tension. Wanajua watu wanaweza fanya makosa na wakifanya makosa it will be put on the national team. Ladies and gentlemen, that's my bold.